God nothing at the counsel of the heathen, I sitteth in at the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in this Lord I see edited sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted in the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yay! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous, for the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sin among them always and always. I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! Kadamawe grumabe atela e exact beer tanaistalin abashante shante 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 kadamawe grumabe atela e where 2 centuries meet in the name of the Most High Jah that's so Jaja de if Jaja never build up your house the builder I go build it in vain same way if Jaja never watch upon them same house will build for you the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I say unto your name, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Yahuda Amasa, Nagusto Nagaste Daniel Ama, Komaya Sataya, Haimana Pio 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 Aya, Kadamawe Grumabe Ate La E. Member say, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Kadamawe. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunum, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot. Now, the importance of the black pot cannot be underestimated. You know why? It is so symbolical. It signifies unity and nourishment. When the black pot is on fire, everybody comes around because something delicious is going to be coming out of it. Different ingredients of different sizes, shapes, colors, and tastes and smells come together in agreement to produce one homogeneous food that is very nutritious and at the same time nourishing. My brother, my sister, no matter how much a family fights and disagrees, when the black pot is ready to release its content, everybody puts away everything to sit back and enjoy the contents of this black pot. That is why this program is called the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. In the same vein, we are different of different shades of color, and at the same time, we are people who agree. Sometimes we disagree. Can we agree to disagree and produce that one homogeneous product that is for the development and nourishment and unity of our people, our continent, our land? This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. We are live on Pan-African TV, Africa's only Pan-African TV. We are also live on Loud Silence TV, live on Ghana Web TV. We are also live on our own TV, Black Empire TV, and via the power of satellite. We are seen all over the continent of Africa and beyond. And most importantly, we are also online, digitally potent. That's why you must be doing business with us. We are ready to advertise you. The more the black businesses prosper, the more we prosper. Let us be that lifeline to your staggering business line. You can't do business in the dark. This is the show that shines the spotlight on your business. And we are happy to see you prosper. This is the Black Pot. Take our numbers off the screen. Speak with us. We are happy to embrace your business. The name Blakk Rasta. And at the same time, you are giving us that financial muscle to be able to rewire the minds of the next generation and generations to come with the truth, which is bitter, yet very healing. This is the show, the Black Pot. First issue we want to deal with today is this. Number 1. Ibrahim Mahama, Man of the Year. Who is Ibrahim Mahama? He's a brother to the former president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. That's him, Ibrahim Mahama. And Ibrahim Mahama is a self-made businessman, self-made millionaire. This is the guy who is in charge of Jata Cement. This is a guy who was a private jet. This is a guy who is a philanthropist, in fact, a crazy philanthropist. Every now and then he's giving out money. If you want to see how crazy he is as a philanthropist, take a walk or take a drive just around his house, around Gold House. Oh my God. Just opposite Accra Girls. And you will see the number of people who sit there every morning waiting for him to come and give them the lifeline to be able to survive the day. Every day, people sit there waiting for Ibrahim Mahama to come and give them something. He got caught in some political web some time ago when he came out to dredge the Koli Lagoon. Or was it? Which other lagoon was that? Yeah, Koli Lagoon. And what happened? People came out, tongue lashed him, lambasted him, and said his brother was stealing the money of the country and giving to him. But he remained unperturbed, still doing his bit. Today he's the owner of Jatta Cement, and he's employed a lot of people, including one of the sons of Osafo Mafo, a leading kingpin in this political party that criticized this man and chased him out of his comfort zone. It's interesting, isn't it? Even Kennedy Japan, who swore that this man would go to jail or else he would drink poison and die, has gone there to Jatta Cement to patronize his Jatta Cement. It tells you that patience is a virtue, isn't it? Is this not enough to call him man of the year? Yes, we will call him man of the year. In fact, this man here, when I released Ejankaba, Ejankabe, Enya Sama Wana Bekama, Faujija, Eya la la da 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 da. He heard it and went crazy. He said, wow, when I was in school, I tried to play this on the keyboard. I like your rendition of this great high life song into reggae. How did you do it? Please, can we meet for dinner? And it was a great dinner. Because when I was leaving, he gave me a packet. And when I opened the packet, I saw some notes in the packet with the faces of some political leaders and great people. And I realized that those notes could be accepted for some value. In other words, it was legal tender. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, sir. But what is happening? Man of the year. Watch this. Ibrahim Mahama crowned Man of the Year at Emmys award event. And when you read, it says Ibrahim Mahama, brother of former President John Dramani Mahama, was adjudged the Man of the Year at the 2022 Emmy Africa Awards, which took place on October 1, Nigeria Independence Day, 2022, at the Grand Arena. The business mogul, who is CEO of Engineers and Planners and Jatta Cement, was feted by the organizers for his leadership in the area of business. The award ceremony was a black tie event that saw lots of business people in attendance. Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia was the special guest of honor. Over 20 plaques were given to winners across different categories amid lots of music, food, and drinks. After the event, Ibrahim Mahama was spotted at the Twist nightclub in Accra, apparently celebrating his award with close associates. In a video posted by blogger GH Hyper, the Jatta Cement boss is seen partying with Nigeria's Burna Boy, the African Afrobeat star. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, that's Ibrahim Mahama. The vice president was there. Very soon, he might have the opportunity to compete with the brother of this guy he met at the awards. I wish he doesn't get it. Because this is a comedian who should never be president of this country. Mahamudu Bawumia should be at the circus like Mr. Bean with a carrot on his nose and that thing on their mouth, cracking jokes for people to laugh, with lions jumping around hoops and all that. That's his job. That is a comedian. He has messed up with this country, destroyed the very fabric of the economy. And this guy should never ever be given an opportunity to even try to lead this country. He has failed. I don't want to go too much into it and spoil it up for the Man of the Year. Ibrahim Mahama, congratulations. Dash it away. Come along. Let's deal with the next thing. Come. Hey! Now the next thing I would like to look at is this. Watch what it is. ECG apologizes. Remember yesterday we told you that all over Accra and beyond, people were in darkness. Not because they defaulted in any payment, but because they were going to pay and they couldn't access the system. The Electricity Company of Ghana Limited had its systems hacked. It was alleged by Sam Jatta, Ningo Pram MP, Honorable Sam Jatta, that some people were making huge amounts of money by virtue of stealing from ECG to the tune of 200 million Ghana cedis every month. And they were those responsible for hacking the system. Well, other people have come out to say it's not true. In fact, the system was actually hacked because of carelessness. It looks like the boss of the ECG himself has come to say that it is true that they have been careless with the system. But some other people, like Professor Steve Hank, came out to say long ago that this would happen when this government will try to raise electricity tariffs so that they will be able to make money to cover up their disgraceful economy, which is gone deeper than deep junk as it stands now. That's what he said. Akufo-Addo'S plan for sky-high inflation is more increase in electricity tariffs. This is Professor Hank, and this was published around the 6th of September, right? 6th September. And he said this before the 6th of September, and it has happened. Electricity Company of Ghana Limited boss came out to say something. He apologized. We were not on top of our game. We are sorry. ECG boss, as he apologizes to customers. Come along, let's apologize together. Apology accepted. Honesty accepted. But the lives lost because of this carelessness can never be brought back. I pray it never happens. Bring me that headline again. Now this is the boss. Look at him. ECG Managing Director Samuel Mahama has apologized to Ghanaians for rendering poor service last week. I would like to apologize to all customers of the Electricity Company of Ghana who attempted to purchase power and they were not able to purchase power. I don't know what kind of tautology this is. Too much. It's tautologos. The whole sentence is tautologos. Do they have somebody with some decorum in grammar to, deal with some of these press releases? Or was he quoted verbatim? I would like to apologize to all customers of the Electricity Company of Ghana who attempted to purchase power and they were not able to purchase power because power was not there to power their system, because power to the 1 millionth degree. Anyway, the sense in all this is that the gentleman has apologized. He has earned my respect. Forget about the tautologos talking. He has earned my respect. I salute you, sir. He admitted that the power distribution company did not up their game to provide reliable power supply to its customers. Mr. Mahama further noted that despite the technical glitches that were fraught ECG last week, another bad grammar. Oh God. Ghana, were please sit up. How can you say that were fraught? Anyway, Mr. Mahama further noted that despite the technical glitches that fraught ECG last week, the problem has been solved. He said customers can now buy power from vendors near them. Well, it's done. The most important thing is that it's been resolved. But remember, your apology has been accepted. I like you for your honesty, and I like you for your humility. Not many people would come out and say, we goofed. You have, and I'm happy. But remember that every time you refuse to keep the standards, people die. When power goes off, hospitals lose power, and some other such places, businesses go off. Some people count their losses and they die out of heart attack. Remember what the president said? We know how to bring back a dead economy, but we certainly do not know how to bring back dead people to life. Somebody else, and this is top story, Joy Online. Pay compensation to affected customers. PURC orders ECG. You have to do that. If I were you, in fact, 2 weeks of free power. Give it to them. Quantify it. Do not just make it blanket, or else some people would go haywire. How much have they lost? Compensate them. Each household can use power to the tune of ABCD. After that, you start billing them again. It's a way of saying thank you to your customers. Just like some companies, when it's the birthdays of people, they give them something. When there's a small mistake that they made, they will try to get back to the people. All in the atmosphere of business. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more to tell you. But in the interim, I think I have a quote for you. And it's about apologies, right? Hey! Woyo! This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Come along, and my name, Blakk Rasta. Next thing I would like to look at very quickly, and it's rolling. Watch it. It says what? Ghanaians must control economy. And this is Dr. Nduom talking. Who is Dr. Nduom? He used to have a big beard, thick mustache. But the economy has come down to graze off everything. I'm speaking in parables. They have collapsed his businesses. His banks are totally down. All his businesses have become something else. Recently, we were told that some judgment debts would have to be paid to him. One of the stalwarts in our politics, all of a sudden, was thrown into an almost pauper state. This is Kwesi Nduom, a powerful member of the Nkrumahist fraternity. Yes. Why is he saying what he's saying? Make Ghanaians owners of economy. Nduom to government. Founder and president of Group Nduom, a multinational conglomerate. Dr. Kwesi Nduom has appealed to leaders of the country to allow Ghanaians to own the economy. Come along. Why? According to him, it was unfortunate that leaders in our part of the world tend to dislike and sometimes hate successful businessmen and women they think cannot control. The renowned entrepreneur and businessman argued, since leaders do not understand that a country's citizens should control the key financial sectors of the economy, such as banking, investment, insurance, and pension, it was doomed to suffer poverty. When a country loses control over the key financial sectors, other countries and foreign entities take control, and independence is lost. That's true, isn't it? Isn't it? Dash it away. My brother, my sister, this is Kwesi Nduom. He's speaking out of pain. When he came with his Group Nduom, he worked very hard. He had a GN Bank, that's Group Nduom, all over Ghana. Employed tens of thousands of people. All of a sudden, they crippled his banks. The other day I went to Cape Coast, and one of his banks, empty, had goats and sheep sitting in front. They're bleating, meh, meh, just like that. In fact, I watched this and I shed tears. Couldn't there have been another way this thing could be tweaked? No. They closed down the business, and today there is a discourse on judgment debt for him. Do we intentionally hemorrhage our country, bleeding it all the way down to death? The country is anemic right now. Watch this. Nduom has suggested so many different ways Ghanaians can take over this economy and own it and make it truly independent. Number one, he says, take firm steps to ensure indigenous Ghanaians control. Indigenous Ghanaian control as ownership of the financial sector, banking, insurance, investment, pension, and others at all levels. Number two, he says all infrastructure contracts signed by the state must have a minimum 25% of value going to an indigenous Ghanaian and his or her enterprise. Yes. Thirdly, all cocoa routes and projects funded by Cocoa Board must be given to indigenous Ghanaians and their companies. Number four, ban completely the importation of chocolate, soft drinks, fruit juices, fruits, poultry, and meats. We have all this here. Our cocoa is the best cocoa. Why are we still importing cocoa? We should make Ghana cocoa an enviable product. Nature has given us the best, yet we relinquish all this and we go about begging. Number five, ban the importation of rice and sugar. Your sugar factory is there, right? The last time we heard that sugar was from Makola. Produce Commander sugar, not Makola sugar. Number six, immediately ban the serving of any imported food or drink at all state functions. Mr. President will not agree with this, because when he's on that plane with Sewa Bruni, he wants to eat assorted food so that Sewa Bruni will see him as big. He won't even wear Ghanaian attire, no. Suit to please his slave master. Number seven, school feeding programs must only use locally produced food and drinks. Yes, that makes sense. 8, all professional services agreements, architectural, technology, financial, etc. must have at least 25% indigenous Ghanaian participation. I would even say 50%. Better still 55%, majority. 9, all new and renewed concessions for gold, bauxite, oil and gas, diamond, timber must have a minimum of 25% indigenous Ghanaian ownership. 10, the digitalization agenda must be placed firmly, 100% in the hands of indigenous Ghanaians and their companies. 11, give full rights and recognition to Ghanaians who, by necessity, have become citizens of other countries. That I do not agree. What is that necessity? Is it because they were chased out of this country? If you are chased out of this country, you can still be a resident of that country without selling your birthright and taking on the citizenship of another country. I do not subscribe to dual citizenship now. And I've given reasons. So that 11, I don't agree. But that's what Nduom is saying. Is that all? My brother, my sister, if that is all, dash it away. So this is what Nduom is saying. Self-made businessman. They have crippled his business. All his employees are now redundant, unemployed, running around, looking for employment that cannot be found. Even though this government says it has created 5 million jobs. Joe Wise tells us that it's not the job of the government to create jobs, but to put up enabling environments and atmospheres and airs so that jobs can be created. Interesting. When we return, I have more for you. I have a quiz for you. Hey! Wayo!
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill, and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's Acid Cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mameya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret, PJ's Acid Cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
Am I sumo?
Yes, Mama Radi.
And you may I can cancel no. You be my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may I can cancel no. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe. Sister Paulina, we reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam.
Tina tet hayan herbal capsule. A drawing tina but what to send me. Me ready, I mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina tet hayan herbal capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa. Tina tet herbal shop. Hey, now wait. Tina tet hayan.
See clear. Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wig caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here, we do braids training, we do wig caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right? I do the whole, I've been doing it for many, many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art, that's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on, that most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so crippled. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor and can't take care and that is not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when no Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16 BARS M-as-in-Mary.com. So that is 16 bars mm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16 bars mm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16 bars mm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16 bars mm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And keep the music locked. Yes, I. Bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me now go hungry. Come and say, Lochi and movie now we pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Sorry. Oh, Doc. Yes, and youบอกDoc. I want to know why you did. We must why she. I've said to Anthony, no, say the young kukru. So your stomach was up. Said the young heartburn. So I be come. That damn crying. Meaning said if you be forcing, I don't know.
Test results natural say when you malaria when emoji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac. Ena tinatet malake. Fama no nano ho betono.
Malake, anything at a tumak. I'm on my free.
Tinatet malake, eyama obi a wanya malaria fever. Ena tinatet tomac mixture, eyama obi a wanya indigestion. Yenhwehwemu hu so wanya malaria and sign na wafa edroi. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Blackpot, Coco Show. This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Show, where we speak truth to power. Patrice Lumumba, rest in peace. You are a hero. My brother, my sister, we have so many different things to look at right now, and I want to be quick. Next thing, and he says what? Watch it. Shatta Wale'S on Akufo-Addo'S presidency. Okay, so change that headline to Shatta Wale on Akufo-Addo'S presidency. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Come along. Shatta Wale is a dancehall artist, Afrobeat artist, high life artist. He's renowned. People love him in the country. A lot of the youth love him. Yes, he's an energetic performer when he's on stage. He had an opportunity to meet with the president the other day. And many were disappointed because he was asking the president for things for himself. Now the president may not want to meet him again because when an opportunity is blown away, it's normally hard for you to get a second chance. So he wouldn't wait to meet the president. He has come out to say things about what is going on in the country. Your deceptive, greedy appointees are tarnishing your legacy. Shatta Wale to Akufo-Addo. In a blistering social media rant, Ghanaian musician Shatta Wale has warned President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that he is surrounded by government appointees who are failing to tell him the truth about the current situation of the country. Come along. That's nothing but the truth. Shatta Wale further opined that these individuals are only greedy for money and by their very bad counsel will tarnish the envisioned legacy the president desires to leave behind at the end of his tenure. Born Charles Ni Ama Mensah Jr., the musician, made these assertions in a Facebook video. Mr. President, don't let some stupid people take decisions for you in this country, he said in the selfie video as he drove. You are worrying the youth of this country, and I'm telling you, all your ministers, all your people that you are put in office, they are worrying you. They are giving you a bad name. Bad man. They are giving you a bad name. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, watch what he said in addition. The self-acclaimed African dancehall king brought up the controversial national cathedral issue. Mr. President, if you want to go to heaven, you are building a cathedral. Shatta, as he is simply called, seemed frustrated. If you want to go to heaven, you are building a cathedral. So please, I'm telling you this thing. The bad decisions you are making are getting too much. Dash it away. Well, the content is clear. He's telling Mr. President that he's misbehaving. We clapped him off stage the other day at a concert. They tried to play propaganda with it. But the truth is there. Shatta Wale says, be careful that the streets are watching you. this party has lost the elections already. And for me, the election is not about the ballot paper and the ballot box. It's about the people on the street. You have lost it in their eyes. That's it. I will make we deal with the next thing. Quickly, the next thing I would like to look at, and this is going to be very quick, says what? Akufo-Addo'S finance minister failed Ghana. Who said this? Oh, you know Johnny Walker be this. I know this man now. Come along, make our watch him proper. If Johnny Walker be that, this man then get some bank. You know be in the same Miss Bell. Okay, anyway. Oh, no be in be that. Oh, okay, it be the same person. That's Amoabeng, right? Mr. Amoabeng, I love this man. In fact, he went down. His bank was collapsed. There was a time, there was a whole book written about him, the Johnny Walker, to show how successful he had become. A year later, after publishing the book, he went boom, as if the witches in his family were waiting for him to come and say, yeah, I achieved this. Hey, write book, praise me. They write the book, no. Following year, boom. And he took a photograph of his with some big beard around his ear, like Moses. And people say, hey, Miss Bell chopped this my money or finish. Oh. How come this man, they look like that? But recently, he came out to say only one Ghanaian said, Mr. Amoabeng, I saw your photo, and if you are in difficulty, send me your account number, I'll send you money. Seydou Agongo of Class Media Group. I salute you. Amoabeng is a gentleman. I love him. I've never met him, but I appreciate him. I appreciate Ghanaians who, under this dangerous president, dirty president, are still able to live up to a certain level of expectation. What is the headline saying? Akufo-Addo, finance minister, have failed. No two ways about that. The chief executive officer of the defunct UT Bank, Prince Kofi Amoabeng, has stated that Ken Ofori-Atta has failed in his role as finance minister of the country. Hallelujah. Come. He noted that the president has also failed in his capacity, as no sanctions have been meted out to the finance minister over his inability to manage the economy. According to him, the government has not come up with any rescue plan as to how the country's immediate challenges will be resolved. Amoabeng, according to 3 news reports, intimated that the government must take the necessary steps to control the local factors that are causing the economic challenges the country currently faces. You must do what you can locally. For the external factors, you can't do much. What are you doing locally to reduce the effect? We are not doing anything. The government hasn't come out to say we're coming down on certain things. He is quoted by TRENews.com. Dash it away. So he too had his bank collapsed. He couldn't take it anymore. In fact, he emancipated instead of getting emancipated and emancipating other people financially. It's sad. But that is what all the stalwarts, all the people who matter in our society are saying about this government. Who am I to clap for you when I see you coming on a stage that I'm not even expecting to see you? I am there to see people perform so that I can forget the atrocities you've meted out to me. The silly decisions, the witless decisions that you took. All of a sudden, I see you coming. I will boo you off. Dash it away. Let's deal with the next thing. Next one I would like to look at is simple. It says Nigerians in human trafficking in Ghana. Oh, Jesus. I love Nigerians, you know. Sometimes I feel that I'm a Nigerian, you know. Because when I go to Nigeria, I feel the connection. I love Nigeria. My godfather was from Nigeria, Raskimono. In fact, my consciousness in reggae music started in Nigeria. The reggae music that uplifted me to that level was the music of Ras Kimono. Before I discovered such other wonderful legends, super legends, like Bob Marley, Mouta Baruka, Peter Tosh, Bonnie Wheeler, and all the other wonderful artists that we have carrying the reggae banner around the world from Jamaica. But my first touch of reggae that touched me at a very young age was Ras Kimono. So it's made me have a certain kind of love for Nigeria. And also, writers, some of the wonderful writers I read whilst in school came from Nigeria. They came from Nigeria. That's very true. So because of that, I truly love Nigeria and even more. And the fact that it's an African country, the most populous African country. But these days, I read all over the place some activities that fellow Nigerians are getting themselves in and trying to destroy the good name of this beautiful country. What is the headline? 7 Nigerians charged with human trafficking offenses in Ghana. 7 Nigerian nationals have been charged by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, for allegedly trafficking 20 Nigerians into the country and forcibly engaging them in cybercrime activities. Dash it away, dash it away, dash it away. My brother, my sister, come along. We have seen this and heard about this over and over. Even Nigerians in Ghana have been trying to fight this. The Ghana police is very, very much on this issue. Nigerian women smuggled into the country for prostitution. Some of them smuggled into this country to do 419. When I go to South Africa, it's Nigerians they're talking about. Nigerians, Zimbabweans. You see, I don't see Nigerians. I don't see Zimbabweans. I see Africans. In fact, it hurts me when we are desegregated. And it hurts me most when we take to a life of crime against other Africans. Crime is not good. But it's so debasing that you Africans are already at the bottom and dying, and you are strangulating each other on top. That does not mean that crime is endorsed in any form. Whether you do it to a white person, a green person, a yellow person, it's still crime. I'm just saying that it is so paradoxical that a man is going to be hanged and they tell him that, say your last wish. He says, oh, he has headache. For that matter, they should give him some time to recover from his headache. They are about to decapitate you. You say you have headache. We already want that headache head. Please, as Africans, let's live clean. Is it difficult to live clean? Are we kleptomaniacs? Some dirty people came to teach us crime. And all of a sudden, we are special criminologists. We know everything about crime and we ourselves are criminals. Why? It hurts me when Africans are being trafficked left, right, and center along the Lampedusa. Some of them were in Italy. Calabar took them all the way from Calabar in Nigeria to do prostitution. And when you go to that area now, any young girl coming out is beginning to train to become a prostitute. They start inserting bones inside them to open the gap so they can take more fire. Why? I went to Calabar. And when I started hearing some of these things, I was like, why? A young girl coming up, instead of going to learn science in school, you are learning how to become an international prostitute. Why? And when they return from Italy and those other places with some small car, all the village girls come around them to be recruited to also go and do that wonderful trade of prostitution. Please, we are bigger than that. But the bigger blame would go to our leaders. You have debased our people so badly that now we have lost focus and our birthright means nothing to us anymore. You can do better. You can do better. Have you heard about Tinkaminen before? The last ruler of ancient Ghana, Tinkaminen. Tinkaminen. Do you remember Tinkaminen? Read about him. What did he do to uplift his people? I won't give you that history. Dash it away and come along. I'm closing. Today I looked at something that broke my heart. In fact, I saw it from last night. I'm not going to be able to play everything. I'm going to just play a little bit of it. It broke my heart. My brother, my sister. My brother, cut it off. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Take it off. He beat this child. He gave him 24 lashes from that dry thing. As if that was not enough, he swept the little 2-year-old boy off his feet and he landed on his head to the ground. He whipped the boy. The boy cried and cried and cried and cried until no sound could come out of his mouth anymore. And 2 adults were sitting by, videotaping the whole thing. All they could say, no, quietly. Is this man okay? I wept the whole of yesterday. I can't watch this again. If I watch this again, I'm going to shed tears. Children are supposed to be the future. How frustrated are you to the point that you beat a little 2-year-old child, supposedly like this? Is it the economy? Is the child responsible for the economy? Is the child an Akufo-Addo? Is the child a finance minister? You beat up a little boy like this. I am glad that the police has decided to post a 2,000 Ghana cedi bond for the manhunt of this man. It's a bounty. Police places 2,000 bounty on man captured beating baby mercilessly. In fact, I will add more to the 2,000. Whoever catches the person, I will add 500 Ghana cedis. So, Dampare, please, when the man is brought, give me access. I'll come and add 500 Ghana cedis. I'm not rich, but things like this, I can do. The Ghana Police Service has announced a 2,000 Ghana cedi reward to any person who can provide information that will lead to the arrest of a man captured in a viral video beating up a baby in a series of tweets shared on Tuesday, October 4. The police said it is seriously investigating the matter to arrest the man as well as rescue the baby. The police have cited a horrifying video on social media in which a male adult is seen subjecting an infant to severe beating under a tree. Efforts are underway to track down the individual involved, have him arrested and rescue the child. My brother, when you read the story further, it will break your heart. Adults are sitting. And if you saw the energy with which he was beating the child, at a point his whole hand was tired. Like you beat a person and you get tired of beating the person. Now he had to use his legs. So now you see why I decided to keep this for the end. It's a sad story. Come along. In our country, relationships become sour sometimes. And out of frustration, we vent our spleen on the little children, of whose innocence we should have respected. In fact, whose innocence we should have respected right from the beginning. This 2-year-old boy you are beating, there's no way he would ever remember. He doesn't know anything. This child is going to grow up scared of you. Even at this age, he will see you and be scared. These are the children who grow up and become so hardened if they don't find anybody who will rescue them. So hardened they can take life with no fear, no passion, because they went through it from the start. A little 2-year-old, an infant. You beat the infant as if you were dealing with your colleague. You'll be shocked. Men like this, women beat them. They are so weak. They are only strong when it has to do with little children. They whip them. In fact, I almost told the person who sent me this video early this morning, don't send me things like this again. I don't want to see them. But it's my duty as a media person to bring it out so you can see. Much as it's so disturbing and breaks my heart as a parent. I have children. I have children. We all are going through the economic tussle. Sometimes you don't even have money to move from one point to the other, but you still have to move. Sometimes you just gaze into the atmosphere like this, wishing that the days of Moses will return when manna will drop from the skies. But no, the days of manna are gone. For this little child, my prayer is that he'll be rescued. I'm not going to pass judgment on the man. For all you know, his elevator is not going upstairs. For all you know, he's gone cuckoo. For all you know, he's gone bananas. For that matter, mental health is not a disgrace. Mental health is not a crime. Let's assess him. In the interim, those taking the video, can we know them so that we can shake their hands for doing a good job sitting down for a little child to be debased and humiliated and dehumanized like this? On this sad note, I encourage you to look out for the man. You saw the video. 24 times. Wah, wah. After that, he used his leg through the boy. I've seen other videos where a girl, I don't know if it's a mother, also carried the baby and planted the baby on the floor. I believe that the waist and the ribs of this baby would have been broken on social media. Africans, is that how wicked you are? I never knew you could be this wicked. Africans have always protected their children. If you see their children suffer, then it's because there's nothing they can do about it. Even the wicked people who came to enslave us would not do this to their children anymore. You carry your child and drop the child on the floor, step on the baby, carry a big stick, beat up your child. If it's not mental health issues, then what is it? To God be the glory. My name, Blakk RASTA. When we return tomorrow between, oh my God, this issue is making me go bananas. So that little boy, is he alive? Because if I were the one who had gone through this, I'm sure I would break a limb, even at this age. Is the little boy alive? I pray he's alive. Which philanthropist can take this boy in? In the interim, I would like to say bye-bye to you. I appreciate you. I love you. Do business with us. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen.